rounds with the drone. As I say to everybody, welcome to paradise. This is one of the most picturesque, beautiful places on the planet. And with a whole lot of work from a whole lot of people and support from the council, we get to run a hill climb up here once a year, and it is truly a glorious place to be.
Cameron Langley there stops the clock at a 103.66.
Joe Scanlon negotiating the bus stop at the moment as Toronto XU1. Joe's going to stop the clock in 1:09.38. Finish line, stopping the clock with a 1:03.7. Just going to go for a quick run through the top 10 standings as the overnight standings. Dan Day's sitting on top with a rather impressive 49.93. Got Doug Johnson, Damien Brand, Nick Strakaisen, Sean Day, Gav Farley, Kevin Merkel in 8th, Jordan Blake and Kurt Wilson rounding out the top 10 with 54.99.
Catch him probably is himself.
I think so. I think he's going to leave the field behind today. Of course, he's aiming for his 8th consecutive Legends win. And he's also pushing hard to see if he can get down into the 48s. So he put some fresh tyres on last night and he'll get serious and turn the wick up today, and we'll see what happens.
Looking at Chris Alltrop now taking a mini out of the hairpin there.
I'm still having trouble getting used to seeing Chris Alltrop in a mini.
Yeah, he's been enjoying campaigning this car.
Yep.
A bit more comfortable than the older clubmans, he said. 103.5 there for Chris.
Well, Alexander Robertson in the Ford Focus ST at the top.
Pointing her way to the top of the mountain now, and she's going to stop the clock at a time of 1:09.58.
Now, if you're watching this online and you're living around the Mount Gambier area and make your way down here at some stage during the day, you won't be disappointed. There's plenty of action at the top. Got buses running up and down, so you can come for a wander through the pits and get up close and personal and chat with a few of the drivers.
As Jared McRobbie just stops the clock there at a 1:01.4. A little bit off his yesterday's pace, but it is early days today.
We should be seeing Ed Wallace coming into view here in the W86. Since his father, Tony Wallace, had a little bit of a hemorrhage with his Evo yesterday, they're sharing the drive today. Another one of those father and son battles in the same car. Quite a few of those going on today. Yes, Tony Wallace has normally been running a mini and motor cars, and he had a couple of minis here last year as well.
Yeah, I thought that was where I was thinking the name before, and he stops the clock. 1:08.22.
Tony surprises us at every event with a different car, and it's always a bit of a surprise what he's going to come up with next. The car, I believe, is for sale, is Evo. No extra charge for the oil lit. He's asking about 40k for it, if anyone's interested in a reasonably fresh Evo 6.
Peter Harper there in the little Escort, just stopping the clock at a 102.94.
There we go, we're seeing Wayne Casey. Wayne Casey's a very active motorsport player. Got a Motorcana experience, and we'll see how he goes here, showing off his Motorcana skills. Come on, Wayne, nice and tidy. No handbrake at all, driven it around, keeping it smooth.
Yeah, kept the speed pretty consistent around the hairpin there, which is key to getting a good exit time.
I thought he had a bigger motor, but he's only got a little 1600 in that thing.
Oh,
A little Miata.
a 106.55 for Wayne.
Seem to have a lot of 86s and BRZs here this weekend. Who have we got here? Hayden McMahon. Don't really see him in all these things. He drives the staff car up here, doesn't he? Drives a 300.
Oh, is that one? Yes.
Yes. He's gone for something a little smoother and sharper. And he stopped the clock with a 103.4.
We're looking at Everett Edwards now, making his way around the hairpin in the 86 as well.
Actually counted up, but I believe the 86 club is not forced this weekend. There's a whole handful, probably enough to make a place of their own.
Edwards stops.
For something different, we've got a BRZ, same car, different badge, in the hands of Nathan Crittenden. Nice and tidy, over the line, and a 101.8.
It's the quickest out of the BRZs and 86s at the moment. As we look at Mark Lacey now in the little Ford Laser TX3, making his way into the hairpin.
He's brought the white one with him this weekend. He's got a couple of these, a red and a white one. Don't know which one's the quickest, but
Any of them turbo or all-wheel drive?
not sure what all the specs are on those. I'll soon find out, don't worry. Keep you tuned in. Crosses the line with a 107.73.
See the baby grand miniature now of Sean Williamson now on screen, making his way around the hairpin.
I've seen this car here over the last few years.
Yeah, cool little car.
They are, aren't they?
I'd love to take it for a drive. Looks like it'd be loads of fun.
You wouldn't fit, don't kid yourself.
I know that. It's a 58.76.
Get you in there with a shoehorn and winch you back out again.
Lube me up.
Yeah.
Throw me in there.
Okay, we're just waiting for John Parker to come into view. Now this is a Chimera. This is a car that he built 40 years ago himself, right from the ground up. It's got a little Datsun 1600 engine in the back. He's been peddling it around here for quite a few years now.
Yeah, credit to John there to build this car and campaign for so long.
Into the finish line. Bit of a slow start for John this morning with a 106.81. I'm sure he'll get warmed up and improve on that.
Andrew Mills now making his way into the hairpin in the little Suzuki Swift.
Oh, I'm glad the clouds are starting to clear away soon. The sun's got a little bit of bite to it this morning. See a bit of track warmth coming up, so
Some good times to come then.
we're going to have some terrific racing here today.
Andrew Mills and Will Swift there stops the clock at a 108.9.
Just watching Bailey Munro at the top in the RX-8 Mazda. Negotiating the last corner, heading for the finish. Bailey stopped the clock with a 105.2.
Jeff Varden now making his way up to the top of the mountain. Probably going to be our first sub-minute time for the day here.
In his 1200 coupe. Not all it seems, that little car.
No, absolute weapon of a thing.
Got a Honda motor in it. Not sure what out of, but it's a rather lively bit of kit. He was down in the mid-50s there yesterday.
And staying around that mark today as well with the 56.74.
Good work there.
Wayne Fitzpatrick now making his way around the hairpin in the 180SX. A little bit of tail whip there. Wayne stops the clock at a 59.87. As we see this beautiful blue Ford Cortina of Greg Bowden now on screen. Another car that's not all what it seems to be.
Oh, absolutely not. It's got a V8 in the front.
It's a V8 as well. I thought it was a Barra Turbo.
I'm sure. I'll stand corrected.
I'm not sure either. I just got told earlier. I personally haven't gone down and looked, but it sounds like a turbo of some description. Could be a V8. 1:02 for Greg. Michael Clare now in the Holden Commodore making his way around the hairpin. I didn't get a chance to look at this car in the pit either yesterday. Do you know what's going on with the back window? Diffuser-y looking thing?
Commodore, I believe the radiator's up the back of this car.
There you go.
Something to do with it.
During one of the breaks today, I'll have a walk through the pit and get a bit more close-up look at these cars.
Talking of funny back windows, there's a red Mustang running out here, and if you have a look at the back window, you think there's something wrong there, but it's actually deliberately made that way. Keep your eye out. Glenn Ladder's heading into the bus stop with his almighty RX-7. Another long-time campaigner here. I think there's a lot of long-time campaigners here, Sam. There's probably, I'd say, 80+% of people here are not first-timers. In fact, I'd probably make that 90%.
Yeah, well, they know what it's like to get an entry here, so the ones that have been here are straight onto the internet to log on because it sells out within about half an hour.
As it did this year. Things got a little crazy stupid about 3 months ago. Well, here you go. Speaking of the devil, here comes the Mustang. You tell me if that back window looks right to you. Have a look at it. Have a look at it. There it is.
Oh, it's a little bit lower down.
It's lower at the top. It doesn't actually meet the window frame. Okay.
Petrol oil stops it there at a 113.37. Just does a 55.2 there.
Okay, just a little important notice. So we're a big call out to our Deputy Mayor of Mount Gambier, Max Bruins. If you're in earshot and you can hear this, could you please come down to the pits? We've got a media ride organised for you in the mighty 180B Triple S of Jack Monkhouse. So, Max Brewers, if you're hearing this, can you please make your way down to the bottom and come for the ride of your life. Okay, we're just watching Murray Height, another car that's not all it seems, negotiating the bus stop.
Yeah, Murray was doing a good effort yesterday, consistently dropping his times down, so if track conditions are up standard today, I see Murray taking a few more seconds off his times.
103.9 for young Murray.
Not bad at all there.
Just waiting for Damien Malazardi to come into view. Mighty RX-7.
Yeah, pretty serious bit of gear this one.
Yeah, no, Damien won the Friday outright a couple of years ago down here. He's been coming home for a few years here.
Yeah, very well turned out race car.
Let's see what he can pull first. Won't be happy with that. That's a 57.61. Just a good warm up for Damo. He's aiming for 55s today, if not better.
We see Paddy Hughes now making his way up the mountain. Another first time car campaigner here this year, Patrick. He's been shaving time, seconds off his time all week here, so hopefully continue that up today. Paddy stops the clock at 106.3.
Sure, there's a bit of room for improvement there.
Yep, he's definitely been chopping the times down all weekend though.
Yeah, we've got Mick Argoon coming into view, the big banger. Might look like a Commodore, but underneath it's nothing like it. This is a left-hand drive car. Had a bit of a struggle to get it around the hairpin there. Losing precious seconds. Heading for the top T junction. He's not going to be happy with this time.
Definitely not. 102.94. We're used to seeing that car below the minute mark.
Yeah, and we've seen Mick driving 55s up here in the years gone by, so certainly a capable driver. Still got a few little issues with that car. Or a few major issues, I'm not sure.
So we see the Steve Goss Clubman Puma now make its way around the hairpin. Steve's going to put the Puma across the line in a 108.5. See your favourite car on screen now, Graham. The Daihatsu mirror of Michael Nixon. Yesterday afternoon he did take this corner here, rather nice, the hairpin. And again, rather nice with the little mirror.
That was reasonably tidy.
Oh, a little bit of tire smoke there as it exits.
It's a bit of a wiggler. It's not an easy thing to keep in a straight line, obviously. Being such a short wheelbase and reasonably wide, it's quite a square car. And as you know, square cars don't stay in straight lines too well.
A 109.14 there.
Yeah, Nick Strakison's coming into view in the mighty GTR 35.
Yeah, very impressive car, this one, straight out of the box there. Quite impressive little race car. Big race car, should I
Big
say.
race car. He had some strange issues there yesterday. He had the thing click itself into third gear as he's going into turn one, pushed him off the outside of the corner. He had to work pretty hard to gather that one all back up, and he quite scared himself somewhat.
Stops the clock there at 53.51.
Sometimes a good old standard manual gearbox is not such a bad thing. Some of these electronic devices that they hook into some of these fancy cars, they tend to take over what you want them to do.
Dale Tucker there after the little performance at the hairpin there, stops the clock at a 58.69. A little bit of sideways action there, it was good.
We've got Mike Holland up the top. We've got Jack Monkhouse is kind of missing in action at the moment. He might be waiting around for our Deputy Mayor, Max Bruins. Hopefully Max is down there. We can't no line of sight here. If he's not down there, another call out for Max to come down for a ride.
Mark Holland stops the clock there at 105.25 in the Porsche.
He's not going to be happy with that. He was down in the 102s yesterday. So a bit of a slow start for young Mike.
Patrick Hitchcock now on the screen. And the WRX making his way to the top of the mountain. And he's done a 58.01 there in the little Subaru. Not a bad time at all. As we see Kurt Wilson now in the WRX STI making his way around the hairpin. Really like the look of this car. Road trim, it's nicely done.
Kurt's going to see him take the place out right. So we'll see if we can improve on here. It's a 102.6, no improvement there. That's a long way off his best time of 54.99.
Brandon Byfield makes his way around the hairpin now in the Subaru sports wagon. With a 57.2. But further down the hill we've got Dan Day, the man currently leading the Legends of the Lake 23.
Okay.
What has he got in store for first run of the day? He's gone straight through.
He's had a bit of a lose there.
So Dan's going to get a DNF for this run.
Saw him putting some fresh tyres on this thing last night, so they got the bit between the teeth. Obviously a little hot coming up to the bus stop there.
He got his 48.
He got his 48. Yeah. We got Peter Hulse, Mark 7 Golf R.
You a fan of these as well, or just the air-cooled gauge?
Well, I'm more a fan of the air-cooled. I see a lot of these things, and they've got a lot of gadgetry and a lot of moving parts in them. And I sometimes wonder and shake my heads whether simple's better.
Yeah. Less to go wrong.
Absolutely, it is.
And you can fix it from home.
Don't have to phone a friend. But Peter's stopped the clock at a 1:17. He's done better up here than that.
Looking at Wayne Brewer now. Wayne Damien's going to take the little GC8 to the top of the hill and stop the clock there at a time of 106.26. Lane cake now on screen. And he's been flying up the hill this weekend. Probably leading the ladies' entries of the week.
Oh, no doubt about that whatsoever. She's been campaigning that same little Subaru for many, many years now. Every year she brings it out, it's improved and going faster, and she's a pretty enthusiastic competitor.
She does a 101.20 for Tanya there. As we see David Harris now making his way around the hairpin.
So Mr. Hannaford Seeds, of course, one of our major sponsors for the Hannaford Seeds Hillclimb series.
58.69 for David there.
That's a good start for the day.
Andy Sarandis.
Yes, ex-Mr. Motorsport. So been getting back into motorsport for the last couple of years, back in the driver's seat again, so never been a slow peddler. He stopped the clock with a 56.03. Rather impressive. Now we've just got Doug Johnson coming into view, and of course he won Friday's event outright. Very lively WRX here. That's a Vero.
Two very lively WRXs in a row here actually. 54 flat.
54.
And we see now Damien Brand.
Doug Johnson, however, is sitting in second place outright with a 52.66, so he's nearly a second and a half off his quickest from yesterday.
Well, Damien's not done his best there at the hairpin today. Normally rather smooth and fast out of that.
Yeah,
Maybe a little bit disappointed in that one.
Yeah, overcooked the handbrake a bit.
Still a pretty good time though. 54.32.
Goodness me, that's a great time.
So he'll know that he's got at least a second or two there that he can make up at the hairpin.
Yeah, that's a second and a half off yesterday's best, so.
Derek White now taking the Liberty GT around here. Derek does a 56.7. As we're looking at another one of these hot Subarus.
This one being a 22B, a rather rare machine in itself, in the hands of Sean Day.
Awesome looking car, this one.
This is the kind of car that Colin McRae used to rally back in the day, so very potent piece of machinery. A bit of tyre smoke off the back with the handbrake.
Nicely
Flicks
done.
it around.
Yeah, very smoothly done around the hairpin there by Sean. Didn't wash off too much speed.
55.15 for Sean Day. Still a couple of second and a half off his best time from yesterday. One of our previous winners, on a very short list, is Kevin Mackerel, 3-time winner here at Legends. Doesn't seem to be quite on the pace here this weekend.
As it goes away and comes back with drastic improvements.
Yeah, he was running down 51s, 52s last year. He's sort of stuck in a rut at the 55.15. His best time for the weekend so far has only been a 54. And I know he's done at least 3 seconds quicker up here than that. So hopefully he can find a bit more, find a few seconds there.
Yeah, if you go back and look at the previous years of Legends of the Lakes posters, all their merch, there's got some early photos of Cotton's car, and it's barely recognisable to the car it is these days.
Yes, no, there was quite a bit of evolution with that car from where it started out looking like a reasonably standard 260Z.
Trevor Pyer in the little Mazda 929 stops the clock at a 1:02.
Got Corey Brand in Subaru. This is definitely a rear-wheel drive only car. Taking the front drive shafts out. The young lads come out and have a bit of a play with it. It's a really good car to teach young people how to drive quick.
Yeah, it looks like Damien's been giving young Corey a few tips at the hairpin there. He's starting to learn that handbrake pretty well too.
Yeah, it's been getting handbrake lessons, that's for sure. 106.5 for Corey.
That's a little Morris Cooper S of Steve Pooley now makes its way around the hairpin. So much fun to drive these little minis. Stops the clock there at a 103.97. We've got Colin Hamilton now on screen, making his way around the hairpin. Colin was busting out some pretty reasonable times yesterday. Got down somewhere in 57 range, I believe.
I think so.
Which is bloody impressive for that Falcon there. He's done a 59.44 to start the day. Very nice, nicely done there by Cohen.
Well, he did a 57.99 was his best from yesterday.
Yeah, wow.
Quick taxi.
Yeah, I was looking back at the footage last night, and that one he really took the track to its limits in that Falcon yesterday.
Oh, here we can see another father and son combination in the same car. This is Gary and the father. Gary's been showing him up this weekend. You know, we say to Gary he needs to pull his finger out. Nothing wrong with the car. It's capable of 3 seconds faster. Indeed it is, 103.73. Now young Dylan was in the 50s yesterday.
Cruz Frost now, making his way around the hairpin.
Now Cruz, young 16-year-old, he pulled a 58.65 yesterday, rather impressive. We'll improve on that.
He's liking his handbrake there at the top end of the track. Just throwing an extra kick in for a bit of fun.
That's it, a bit of drifting up towards the finish line and stops it at 103.81.
Yeah, a little bit off his pace.
Yeah,
yesterday,
about 5 seconds off the pace. I think it was a little bit loose and woolly there at times. Now we've only got about a dozen or so cars to go in this bracket. There will be buses heading up and down from the top down to the bottom, down to the pit area here all day long. So I believe the buses were pretty popular yesterday. So if you want to get on, you need to get there early. So I'll give you a heads up, probably about 5-6 minutes before the buses are heading off.
As Nathan Ackley now makes his way around the hairpin. Nicely done there by Nathan. Kept the momentum up. And he points the commie to the top of the hill and stops the clock at a 104.25.
We've got Graham Fenton coming into the top section. Drives it around.
Now when we were looking for Jack Monkhouse earlier, he is down the bottom of the mountain here. Graham 3.3. Just looking at Justin Devlin though, making his way to the top of the hill in the Commodore VY. Justin Devlin now making his way around the hairpin. Really smoothly done there. Justin stops the clock there at a 1:07.49.
Yeah, in the meantime, we've got Jack Monkhouse on the course. He's heading for the top. Keep your eye out. He's doing a meteorite. He's got the deputy mayor of Andy Max Bruins in the car with him and showing off his motor car skills there at the bus stop. A little bit of sideways action going on here. Sideways around the last corner. I'm sure they're both having a great time in there. With a time of 1:68. Now we know Jack can go a little bit quicker than that.
He's either done us a huge favour or done us
Done us no good to get legends back. No, I'm sure that it's going to take a lot more than that to discourage this event going on into the future for him.
Oh, we've had an incident down lower on the track there. One of the Subarus has span out there. I think that's the same one that's span out as we see Mark Slater cross the line.
Right, this is not a good situation here. We've got a car coming back down the wrong way. See what's happening?
Yeah, which they shouldn't be doing. They should. Oh no, they're going the right way.
No, sorry, they are going the right way. Sorry. Beg your pardon. I was thinking they were in a different corner.
So Sandra Braun, that's just had a bit of a spin down the bottom. So her time is going to be really no good this round. May even drive straight through the hairpin here. No, still going to proceed with the track.
Oh no, every run you get through you get better at it. But, a little bit of extra practice never hurts. No, you can never give up the opportunity to have a bit of extra practice.
Guess not. 1:28.1 there for Sandra.
Of course, it is the only time of the year that you can drive at these sort of speeds on this beautiful piece of road. Normally it's a 40-kilometre speed limit along here, being a really good tourist destination.
As we look at David Byam now in the BMW making his way into the hairpin.
Well, that was a little bit loose coming out of the hairpin there, a little bit of sideways action out of the old BMW. And he crosses the line, David Byam, with a 1:15.45.
So young Lucas Byam also making his way to the top of the mountain. Also in a 318i BMW. It's good to see these young fellas out here having a crack.
Yeah, and I haven't seen Grandad Bob Byam out here this weekend. I believe he's not well. We wish him all the best.
I did see him in the pit last night. He did come down around 7:30 there, so it's just good to see him out and about then.
There's probably a good chance he's down here this morning. Haven't seen him yet.
Neither have I. And Lucas stops at a 1:23.84. Reese Molden campaigning Simon Phil's car this weekend. I'm not sure how that came to be about, but yeah, Reese is in this rather than his 1600.
Or did someone lose a bet?
Not sure. I think Reese got the good end of the deal.
Well, I'm not sure whether or not this car's up for sale. He might be taking it for a test drive.
Oh.
Never know. Don't know what the story there, background story there is.
I'd be interested in test driving it too.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm going to buy it, but I'll test drive it.
Of course not.
Got the Mark Povey entry now. Shared with Lachlan Tillett this car this weekend, so they're having a little duel between the two.
They did a lot of hard work on Friday night to get the gearbox out of that thing, and got trashed up from Adelaide. Worked feverishly all night and got in time for the first run yesterday morning, so a fantastic effort there.
A 103.44 there for Mark.
Oh, you won't be happy with that. He's done well.
Tristan Crowe now, making his way into the hairpin. Tristan's down here helping all weekend, and he's been in race control while our race director, not race director, our race controller, Steve Saunders, has a run as well. They're taking turns, helping each other out. 102.9 there for Tristan. Very well driven.
What happened to Mr. Opposite Lock, Peggle Lock?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Hasn't shown up.
No. Looking at the Lancia Stratos now. Trent Brando makes his way around the hairpin. A bit of show on for the crowd up there.
Classic rally car, this one is sporting a Ferrari V8 east west in the rear of this car. If you get a chance to come down to the pits, go and have a bit of a look at it, and hopefully you might have the boot lid up. Yeah, Anthony Norris, Mr. Grand Auto Wreckers himself, into the hairpin, fairly quick. He's where's he sitting in the overall scheme of things? He's sitting in 15th out right at the moment. His best time was a 55.97. Can he improve on that? Yes. No, he can't. A 56.48. So that was the last official car for this bracket. We've got Dr. Brooker on the course in the mighty Skyline.
Looks like he might have had a bit of an issue.
I think he's had a bit of a stoppage down there.
Looks like he stopped by the wildlife park. Oh, he's back underway.
Yes, he's doing a few media rides, but he's also the doctor on the course, so he's always sat back behind the start line. So if we have a major incident, he's our first response doctor. He's having a great time.
He was just doing the tourist thing down there with the media ride. He was just pointing out, oh, that's the wildlife park over there.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got anybody in with him. Can't see anyone in there with him. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's riding solo today. Well, on this run anyway.
Looks like he's got some car issues though. Don't even know if he's going to make it to the finish line.
Well, he's wiggling that around, maybe he's running out of fuel.
A 136.54.
Did they fill it up with fuel this morning? Anyway, we've got the official cars on the track, the mighty Ram, Utes up the top.
So we'll have a short break.
We're going to see all the cars coming back down. All the spectators at the top, give them all a big wave as they come down. We'll have a short break for 5. And we'll get things underway here again at the 2023 Trident Tyre's Legends of the Lakes Hillclimb. Coming to you from a nice, beautiful, sunny Valley Lake crater. A piece of paradise indeed.
Performance tuners and racers trust Bosch technology for their high-performance engines. Precision, reliability and performance. Bosch fuel injectors give you peace of mind, knowing your engine is getting the best fuel delivery, race after race, year after year. Optimised spray formation for improved combustion, smoother power delivery and better throttle response. Bosch fuel injectors will put you ahead of the competition. Search Bosch Motorsport Australia. There's good, there's better, and then there's Bosch.
Hey Lockie, caught much? Oh, jeez. Light Force HDX driving lights on the ARB Summit Bull Bar. Oh, side protection steps and tow bar, yeah? Did you go for the ARB Frontier 140 litre long range tank? Good one. ARB fridge, got the second battery set up. Nice. Dave and Lockie's fishing trip, brought to you by Trident. Trident Tyre Centres, Mount Gambier, Portland and Narracourt. Keeps you safe on the road.
Unfortunately not now, I'm a cameraman. Where are you? Sorry? First. So then I went and saw Kevin.
Alright, welcome back to the Trident Tyres Centre Legends of the Lakes 23 Hillclimb. About to get back underway with Norm Goodall on the line in the Porsche 911. 1977 model. Track is green, so any second now we are going to see Norm take off from the line in the Porsche. Norm now making his way to the top of the hill. Making his way through the S's now. Holding that little Porsche flat now up past the Wildlife Centre there. Past the punch bowl, looking very good. Nice line there by Norm as he makes his approach now into the hairpin. Rather quickly in and out there by Norm. The hairpin. He shoots that Porsche over the line and stops the clock at a 101.58. He will be reasonably happy with that.
Oh, yeah. I was having a chat to Norm this morning. He's not looking in great shape. He had a bit of a trip and a face plant last night.
Oh, that's no good.
So
I hope he's
looking a little bad, a little worse for wear this morning. But he's certainly in good spirits, as he always is.
That's good to hear. Fortunately for his face, though, not so good.
Not so good. The photos didn't look too flash. Anyway, there you go. We've got the goose himself, Mick Goosen, MR2. Thank goodness he took that horrible roof off that car. He made himself.
A 108.5 there by Mick.
Oh, that's a disappointing time for Mick. He's done better than that. Who we got? We got Russell Gallagher from the Celica Gen 7. Driving it around the bus stop. Pushing it out. No, got it back. Okay, Russell Gallagher just stopped the clock with a 1 minute 10.02. Now, while that was all happening, I went for a quick wander through the pits, and we will get Jack Monkhouse in the commentary box here at some stage for a little chit-chat. I think he was a little disappointed he actually missed his first run because he had to take the deputy mayor for a ride. So here we've got watching Nathan Green in the Volvo estate. Strange to see Nathan in such a car. He's normally in the Skyline, of course.
Is this Volvo, would that be front wheel drive?
That's a front wheel drive, hence the tyre spoke off one wheel off the start line. He stopped the clock with a 107.13. Not as quick as he's used to going up here.
As Peter Rogers lifts that inner left wheel, entering the hairpin there.
Oh, just watching a bit of overhead from the drone here. That's a beautiful view.
It is, isn't it?
It really is magnificent.
Let's just see how picturesque it really is down here at the lakes.
See, there's a few people starting to gather up the top. If you're living locally, the weather's fine. Come on down to the Blue Lake Caravan Park and have a bit of a look at the action firsthand. There's plenty of really good viewing.
Peter stopped the clock there at a 106.29.
Wow, I love this drone view. We've never had this here before at the Legends. Looking at it from this angle. And of course we've had GoPros strapped into cars, and we've been live streaming some of the in-car footage as well. Great to see.
Yeah, that drone footage that we're seeing is thanks to Rural IT Solutions. Give Luke a call if you want any drone stuff done. Does a great job, as you can tell by the footage he's providing us this weekend.
Oh, that's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, yesterday we had some chases up the hill. The drone was following the car.
Yep.
Rather good.
Well, it was doing its best to keep up with them.
That's right.
They were chasing 10 days car at one stage. There was no keeping up with that.
Some cars it has no problems keeping up with. Some it nearly was overtaking. Shane English now taking the RX4 around the hairpin.
Well, it seems either. This one's not rotary repair, but it's got a V8 in the front.
That's why it's called the Mazdang.
The Mazdang,
which is number plate says.
is that right?
Yeah. I'm guessing it must have like a 5 litre or something in there.
I don't actually think it's quite that big. It's only a small block, I think.
It's 109.68 there for the RX4. As we see Aaron Thompson in the Verada making his way to the top of the mountain.
So it's one of a couple of Magnas running here this weekend. He stopped the clock with a 102.80.
Your favourite cars, the old Mitsubishi Verada?
Yeah, my word, yes, all week. These cars, maybe I should take one up here myself one year. Brad Smith stopped the clock at a 59.23.
In the R33 Skyline that was. We see Matt Evans now on screen in the Holden Commodore.
This is the Homestyle Bakery entry. He's been campaigning up here for the last half a dozen years.
There's a 59.39 there for Matt Evans. As we see the mighty Saline Mustang of Anthony Day making his way up the hill.
Of course, Tony's got a bit of a collection of Saline Mustangs. This is the one we normally see out. He's got a couple of nice orange ones as well. Tony, of course, used to be the president of the World Saline Club. Travelled back and forth to America quite a few times over the course of his life. Senior member of the Day family, of course, as we all know, back and forth to America quite a few times over the course of his life. And he's got over the line with the Mustang fan times 111.94 a few times over the course of his life. I'm sure he's got over the line with the Mustang fan times 111. He's not having a good time getting around the end of the hairpin.
Might just turn it on for the crowd now.
Now he's giving it a bootful. Yeah, some strange lines coming out of the last corner there, but anyway, he's managed to get over the line for a 106.39.
We've got Colin Abella on screen now. Colin had a bit of an incident with his car yesterday, but managed to get it back on track. Bit of a hit yesterday. Missed a couple of runs and did come back for the final one now. Which is good to see it back out there. A 108.28 there for Colin.
Brian Telford, meantime, in the black VS Turbo Holden Ute, about to come into view. Tipping the bus stop. Seeing a little bit of overall drone there. It's, yeah, no, this drone footage is absolutely marvellous. Quite privileged to have that sort of insight into what the whole place looks like. And Ryan stops the clock with a 1 minute 12.09. Beneke and the PRB clubman. Oh, that's a good time, a 58.73 for Matthew. Now we're just waiting for Jeff Welsh to come into the picture in the Pratt Hold. It's quite a classic old clubman. As we're watching it from way above. It's quite a special little vehicle. This one's got a Holden 179 in it. It's got only 100 Repco crossflow heads on it. So a very rare car indeed. They had a few problems yesterday. I know they had a carby off the thing and running into town to get some spare parts, and it's great to see they've got the thing back on the track, and it's sounding as good as it ever does. And Jeff Walsh stopped the clock at a 1 minute 9.02.
We're looking at Neil Otway now in his Ford GT making his way around the hairpin.
He's our patron for the day, and he had a few good words to say to us at driver's briefing.
And he's sharing his car today with his old mate Robbie in the camp. Rob's GT's laid up in the pit at the moment. He's driving
Crimson's car. Yes, indeed. So Neil Otway stopped the clock with a 1 minute 4.78. He's one of the very short list of people that have been here for every event for the last 18 years. Just think, Sam, in another 2 years we'll be celebrating 20 years of this wonderful event.
I know, crazy how quick that comes by.
Isn't it what?
There's Steve Havelock in the little Toronto, stops the clock at a 1 minute 0.6.
So it's going to be interesting to see James Crimson and Rob Vanderkamp in the same car. Of course, they'll be split into different groups, so I think Rob Vanderkamp will be running out of order in the second bracket, the first bracket actually. Not sure how they're going to work that one out yet. Haven't seen the car on course yet, and we're already into the second group. So
no, they're normally.
How does that one work out?
They're normally directly after each other.
Yes.
I'm guessing we'll probably see James Crimson this round then.
Well, we'll see what happens. See what happens.
We look at
Craig Goss
in the Morris Mini.
A very popular little car for this type of event.
A 101.46 there for Craig Goss. Grant Stevens' little green Escort making his way to the top of the hill now.
Craig Goss stopped the clock at a 101.46. Grant Stevenson is heading into the bus stop as we speak. Little Mark 1 Escort. Grant Stevenson up here quite a lot of times over the years. That's the first time I've realised that he's got a little race car of his own. Normally he's up here supporting other guys.
There's a 113.25 in the Escort there.
Now we've got James Crinson's car here in view. Trying to figure out
it's got 102 on the door, so it looks like it is James actually driving it.
Yeah, it would be, yep. There's a 101 on there as well. So Rob Vanderkamp's kept his same number, but will be running greatly out of order.
Crinson stops the clock there at a 103.74.
So can Rob Vanderkamp knock James Crinson off in his own car? Can he, or will he, or does he want to? There's a quandary right there.
That's right. Looking at Jeff Monday now in the little Pulsar.
Yeah, if you want to drive someone else's car, really, you probably shouldn't be beating him in it, but it has been known to happen. I've done it a few times myself, actually.
A 109.60 for Jeff Monday.
We've got the Skyline station wagon
of Luke Day.
Yep. 59 something on Friday, so see what he's capable of this morning. He's not going to make it under the minute, I don't think. Oh yes, he does, prove me wrong. 59.30. Well done, Luke.
As we see the Toyota Cressida now of Lachlan Woolley making his way into the hairpin.
These guys are both running in historic class at Group S, whatever that may be. You have to look that one up to work it out.
Not sure if it's like cars from the 80s or 90s that they say are historic but aren't really historic.
Yeah, that's right. I thought I'd enter that class myself, thinking no one else would, but I was wrong.
Ashton Slaughtergraph now taking the Falcon BA to the top of the hill. Ashton's been chipping away at his times all weekend here.
Now, Sam, I'm going to have to love you and leave you for a bit and leave you on your own with all your friends.
That's all right. You've got to get ready to race, do you?
We'll see if we can get Naomi to come up and keep you company for a little bit.
Yep.
We'll see what goes on.
All right, well, good luck on your run.
I'll go and get the little bug warmed up, and I'll see you all in a while.
Cheers, mate. As we're now looking at Brendan Fleming making his way into the bus stop. Brendan just exits nicely in the little XL there. And it pushes over the line at a 111.9. As we see the Josh Munn entry, the 180B Triple S Datsun whip around the hairpin there. Josh Mudd stops the clock there at a 102.9. As we see the escort of Danny Moore now make his way around the hairpin. Putting the foot flat in the little escort and stopping the clock at a 103.52. Nathan Dale now in the Ford Fiesta ST. This car was rather quick yesterday. It was in the 58s and 57 range, I believe. And today it's going to stop the clock on the first run at a 57.47. Rather fast time. We see the GR Yaris now on screen of Willow Wiltshire. actually Igor Gorpiniak in the Volkswagen Golf R making his way around the hairpin. Not sure what happened to Willa Orchulp. Igor is going to stop the clock at a 58.16. Ashley Blanchard in the Mitsubishi Evo now making his way to the hairpin. Ashley Blanchard stops the clock there at a 56.8. Very good time there. As Kirk Owers now makes his way to the top in the Focus RS. Kirk Owers is going to run the little Focus across the line in a 58.4. As we look at Jordan Rolack in the Subaru WRX STI making his way around the hairpin. Jordan was rather quick yesterday and no exception today with a 54.91. Gordon Christie now in the Volvo, a 60. Just entering the hairpin. Not too badly done there by Gordon. Gordon just takes that final right-hand corner and crosses the line at a time of 58.78. Darren Masters now making his way around the hairpin in the Subaru WRX GC8. Going to stop the clock there at a 1 minute .90. As we look at Andrew Admiral now in the WRX also, making his way around the hairpin. Overall now pointing up to the finish line. He's going to stop the clock there at a 1:02.9. Ivan Folgera now in the Subaru Impreza into the hairpin. Nicely done there by Ivan. Ivan's going to stop the clock at a 1:05.78. Jonathan March in the Mercedes-Benz A45 AMG. A hot little hatch. Nice looking little car, this one. Shooting it to the finish line and stops the clock at a 58.46. As we we look at Jordan Zemkes now in the Impreza WRX as well. Jordan got somewhere down around the 57 mark yesterday. I don't think he's going to get there today on this run anyway. He's done a 102.5, a little bit off his pace. As we see the Oliver Taylor Audi RS3 now make its way around the hairpin. Oliver Taylor stops the clock there at 57.8. And we just had the other Zemkes entry, the Adam Zemkes Subaru WRX take off from the line here, but it has pulled in to the bus stop car park there at the playground, so not sure what's happened there. So recovery car's just going up the hill to have a look what's going on, but Adam is back out on track now, so whatever his problem with his car, it still is running under its own power. He's now returned into the return road, so we'll be able to restage the start and get back underway.
Bosch Motorsport BR540 high-flow in-tank fuel pump sets a new Bosch standard for quality and performance. With class-leading fuel delivery at high rail pressures, it's ideal for both boosted and non-boosted engines, suitable for most fuels, and compact in size. The BR540 suits high-horsepower motorsport applications. Search for Bosch Motorsport Australia or find us at boschmotorsport.com.au. There's good, there's better, and then there's Bosch. Bosch Motorsport, when quality and performance matter.
So back underway here. We've got the Matt Cowie Mitsubishi Evo wagon on screen, making his way to the top of the hill. Just going up past the punch bowl now there, Matt Cowie. Makes his way around the hairpin there. And he stops the clock there at a 104.90. Darren Herring now, making his way to the top of the hill. Into the hairpin now. Driving a Mitsubishi Evo. As we watch the drone here follow Darren up the hill. And he stops the clock there at a 1:61. That was actually Martin Radford, sorry. Evo. Now we've got Darren Herring on the screen, also in an Evo. He stops the clock there at a 1:02.59. As Aidan Brand now makes his entry into the hairpin in his little Hyundai Excel. Aidan's going for a pretty decent time here. He's stopped the clock at a 1:02.86. Roger Volgersang now makes his entry into the hairpin, also in one of the Circuit XLs. There's a couple of these in a row now. Roger stops the clock there at a 1:04.55. As Bailey Perryman slides into the hairpin there in the little Circuit XL. Pushes it over the line at a 1:03.34. Charlie Evans now on screen, the last of our Circuit XLs.
This one.
Charlie's going to stop the clock there at a 1:06.1. Brand now just makes his way into the hairpin there in the Subaru RS. Nicely done there by Marcus. Oh, he's had a little spin there at the top. Nothing too major, hasn't hit anything, just hopefully clears the track quickly. Had to red flag the Dylan Rydell entry because Marcus Brand had his little spin there at the top of the hairpin, so Dylan will get a rerun. Dylan driving the promo FG Falcon this weekend, Legends car. So we've got no time there for Marcus Brand or Dylan Rydell. Dylan will get a rerun. Just leaving the line now though, we've got the James Pauly Austin Mini. Paulie now making his way past the punch bowl. Ringing that little mini out. Makes his way into the hairpin. Rather smooth there, in and out quickly. And James Paulie stops clock there at a 104.98. We've just seen Bruce Hamilton have a lose down the bottom end. He smoking a lot out the back end of the Falcon there. He's pulled it over into the recovery area. So we just had to hold start here. Bruce Hamilton had a bit of an issue down the bottom end. Hit a tyre bundle and appears that his guard now is rubbing on a tyre or something's caught up under the car. A lot of smoke coming off it as it moves. It's a shame there for Bruce.
Performance tuners and racers trust Bosch technology for their high-performance engines. Precision, reliability and performance. Bosch fuel injectors give you peace of mind, knowing your engine is getting the best fuel delivery. Race after race, year after year. Optimised spray formation for improved combustion, smoother power delivery and better throttle response. Bosch fuel injectors will put you ahead of the competition. Search Bosch Motorsport Australia. There's good, there's better, and then there's Bosch.
Ah, looks like Mum's been shopping. Mars 19-inch mesh wheels. That's a bold choice. To go with the new Bridgestone Potenza tyres. Did she upgrade the suspension? Was it Peta Sports suspension or Extreme coilover, I wonder? And no doubt got the full safety check and mechanical service too. So cool. Miller's School Pickup, brought to you by Trident Tyre Centres, Mount Gambier, Portland and Naracoorte. Keeps you safe on the road.
Your four-wheel drive adventure awaits at Mount Gambier Off-Road Centre. Accessories, protection and recovery equipment. We've brought together the very best in four-wheel drive, the big brands, the trusted names, including the complete ARB range. Everything's been chosen for its quality, reliability and practicality. We help you get kitted out with all the gear you could possibly need, and we expertly fit it here too. Go on! Mount Gambier Off-Road Centre, 308 Commercial Street West.
The Bosch Motorsport BR540 high-flow in-tank fuel pump sets a new Bosch standard for quality and performance. With class-leading fuel delivery at high rail pressures, it's ideal for both boosted and non-boosted engines, suitable for most fuels, and compact in size. The BR540 suits high-horsepower motorsport applications. Search for Bosch Motorsport Australia or find us at boschmotorsport.com.au. There's good, there's better, and then there's Bosch. Bosch Motorsport, when quality and performance matter.
Don't forget the bus service is going from the top and the bottom between the brakes, so if you want to come down the bottom and check out the cars in the pit and have a wander around, check out some of our food stalls over there. We've got Spiral Spuds, PB's Hot Stuff, donuts and ice cream. We've got the Shannon's tent down here as well if you want to get a quote from Leia. We've also got Joanne's Espresso in the pit area here. And over at the PB's Hot Stuff, there is a can there for the Cancer Council Mystery Box Rally. A couple of guys from Mount Gambier here are campaigning it up at Airlie Beach, so if you want to throw a few dollars in there for the fundraiser, all money goes to the Cancer Council, so it's a good charity to get on board. These guys have got to fundraise some money, part of their requirements for the Mystery Box Rally, so couple of dollars, a bit of loose change in the can for a good cause. It would be very much appreciated. Cars are being cleared off the track now. The tilt truck tray is back, so track is going to go green very shortly and we'll be right back racing. Shout out to everyone watching on our live stream here today. The live stream is presented by Bosch Motorsport. They've helped us get this underway. Supplied us with some new cameras and a bit of extra funding so we can bring this to you guys all around the world. We are back and racing though. Dylan Schumacher has just left the line in his Nissan Bluebird. Dylan now making his way up past the punch bowl. Into the hairpin there. Schumacher now pointing the Bluebird to the finish line. Rather sideways there out of the last corner. And he stops the clock there at a 58.9. As we see Kylie Howard now in the Holden Commodore making its way up the hill. Kylie looks to be going well. It's putting a foot flat now past the Animal Wildlife Park there. Kylie just makes an approach into the hairpin now. Nicely done there by Kylie. And Kylie's going to stop the clock there at a time of 104.6. A little off her pace from yesterday, but it is only early in the day. Track conditions aren't at their best just yet. I reckon around 12 o'clock we'll probably see the best times of the day. As we see the J Frost entry of the Sylvia, gets way around the hairpin. Follows him up the hill there. Jay stops the clock at a 1:31. Adam DeBarcy now making his way to the top of the hill. Nicely done there, rather smooth, kept the momentum and speed up. is what you want in the hairpin there. And Adam's going to put that 180 across the line at a time of 58.32. Now Bruno Vadori making his way up the hill in the Holden Commodore. Bruno's going to stop the clock at a time of 1:06.6. We see the Matthew Wakefield WRX now making its way into the hairpin. Wakefield stops the clock there at a 1:03.77. Emma Branham now in the Subaru GD. Stops the clock there at a 1:05.91. As Alexander Byrne makes his climb to the top of the mountain in the 318i BMW. Oh, very nicely driven around the hairpin there by Alexander. Bit of drift action there. Alexander's going to stop the clock at a 1:11 flat. Now we see the Zachary Byrne BMW E36. Way to the finish line. Zachary's going to stop the clock there at a time of 1:10.78. Simon Phil now in the WRX making his way around the hairpin. Very well put together race car, this one of Simon's. Has been shared Reese Molden this weekend. Simon does a 57.19. Another dual entrance vehicle here, Lachlan Tillett. Driving well all weekend here, Lachlan has. Stop the clock there at 59.4. Very good time there. As we see my co-commentator Graham Vanderhoek now make his way to the top of the mountain in the Volkswagen Superbug. He's the only one here campaigning air-cooled this weekend. Graham is wanting some of these air-cooled buddies to return to racing, so he has someone in the same class as him. Graham's trying to get down to a 54 this weekend, a 104, sorry. Not this time. He's done a 105.18. Oh, we've had a bit of an incident there up the hill with the little escort of Adam McCall. He's up there at the Devil's Punch Bowl and seems to have stopped there. Not sure if this car's going to continue moving under its own power to the top of the hill. So Steve Saunders there will have to get a rerun. Steve just making his way into the return road. Steve will be able to come straight back to the start line and get his rerun.
Performance tuners and racers trust Bosch technology for their high-performance engines. Precision, reliability and performance. Bosch fuel injectors give you peace of mind, knowing your engine is getting the best fuel delivery. Race after race, year after year. Optimised spray formation for improved combustion, smoother power delivery and better throttle response. Bosch fuel injectors will put you ahead of the competition. Search Bosch Motorsport Australia. There's good, there's better, and then there's Bosch.
Just like your car, tyres need regular maintenance too. Tyres that aren't maintained will wear more rapidly, cause your vehicle to use more fuel and may compromise your braking and handling ability. For all your tyre and mechanical needs, call Trident Tyre Centres.
So while I say clear the track there, might have a shout out to our sponsors of the Trident Tyre Centres Legend of the Lakes 2023 Hillclimb. Of course, obviously we've got a shout out to Trident Tyre Centre, the City of Mount Gambier, ANC Mechanical, Actec, Adelaide General Plumbing, Adelaide Hills Conveyances, Ample Auto, Application Service Provider, Avis, Baker's Delight, Badnock's Deli, Billy Brand's Wines, Blue Lake Cranes, Blue Lake Holiday Park, Bosch Motorsport. Special shout out to them for their extra support this year with the live stream, making it so much better this year than any other year, and just looking to improve it every year we go forward with that. So thanks Bosch Motorsport for that. Carlo and Gazard, they've gave us all their course cars for the week. Clutch Life Media, they're also in control of this live stream we've got going on here, so big shout out to them, doing a great job there at the top with all the switching and making sure we're seeing all the action. Cocky's Automart, Compton Refrigeration, Cooper Subaru, D&D Mechanical, DPF Particle Solutions SA, EB Graphics, they did all our clothing and merch for the Hillclimb this year. Exchange Printers, Farm Gear, Galpin's Accountants, Gambia West Brakes, School of Vehicle Sales, Anthony Norris there at Grand Auto Wreckers, go see him for all your dado bits. GT Industrial Sales, Hannaford Seeds, Heemskirk Security, that's Merv and his crew up there at the top of the mountain there, having the barbecue and the good time, but keeping everyone safe here as well. Heenan Earth Moving, Hydrolec, Infrabuild, and of course Joanne's Espresso has got a van at the top of the mountain and also here in the pit. If you need to get your caffeine fix, go see Joanne. Alright, we'll be back shortly once the track's been cleared and we're back under green conditions. And we'll talk to you again soon.
Bosch Motorsport BR540 high-flow in-tank fuel pump sets a new Bosch standard for quality and performance. With class-leading fuel delivery at high rail pressures, it's ideal for both boosted and non-boosted engines, suitable for most fuels, and compact in size. The BR540 suits high horsepower motorsport applications. Search for Bosch Motorsport Australia or find us at boschmotorsport.com.au. There's good, there's better, and then there's Bosch. Bosch Motorsport, when quality and performance matter.
Just like your car, tyres need regular maintenance too. Tyres that aren't maintained will wear more rapidly, cause your vehicle to use more fuel and may compromise your braking and handling ability. For all your tyre and mechanical needs, call Trident Tyre Centres.
Australia's most trusted tyre brand. For the 8th consecutive year, Bridgestone.
Trident Tyre Centre keeps me safe on the road.
Move that tent on that side, it's causing too much hassle. What? Tent.
Alright, welcome back to the Trident Tyre Centre's Legends of the Lakes Hillclimb 2023. We are back underway and racing. We have Mark Rowley now just leaving the line in the Commodore, making his way to the top of the hill. Track has been cleared and all good, all debris picked up. Mark Rowley running the HSV VX Club Sport R8. See Mark now just going past the wildlife sanctuary there, up to the punch bowl where the incident just occurred previously with the little escort. Mark now making his way into the hairpin. The line and stops the clock at a 104.6 there for Mark. We've got now the Max Fitman car making its way around the hairpin. Stop the clock there at 108 flat.
Rose lemonade or something.
Gav Farley now making his way around the hairpin in the Evo. Farley stops the clock there at 55.1. Chris Kenny now making his way around the hairpin. Oh, he's hit the cone there at the top, so we get a little penalty there for that. 5-second penalty there for Chris. Chris is going to stop the clock there at 106.5. Looking at Luke Lamont now, making his way to the finish line and stopping the clock there at a 108.4 in the little XL. See Bill Davis now in the XR8, making his way to the finish line. Bill's going to stop the clock there at a 102.3. We see the FGX XR6 now making its way up the mountain. This is the entry of Alex Boner. Alex just bringing the FG into the hairpin now. Very nice looking car, this one. Just all in road gear. Alex stops the clock there at a 1:11.79. See the Lloyd Deckeroff entry just making its way to the finish line at 58.6 there. We're now looking at the Kyle Johnson 1600 make its way into the hairpin. Datsun, known around the world for rally use. Great little rally car back in the 70s and 80s. Quite often seen at clubs all around the world. Stops the clock there at 1:10.3. Now got the little maroon XL there of Michael Ruff making his way around the hairpin. Michael points to the finish line and he's going to stop the clock at a 1:07 flat there. As we see race controller Steve Saunders taking his Nissan Altima to the top of the mountain. The V8 Supercars promo car. Great looking car, this one. Steve's going to stop the clock at a time of 1:09.82 there. Good effort there for Steve. As we see the James Heidenhall Commodore making its way to the top of the mountain now. He's going to stop the clock there at a 1:01.3. A couple of promo runs now making their way up the mountain. Jack Monkhouse here. The 180B Triple S Datsun. Definitely can steer this thing. Very well put together little rally car, that one. 57.82 there for Jack. We've also got the doctor on screen. Dr. Booker. He's Skyline making its way into the hairpin now. I got a little bit of problems down a bit lower near the animal sanctuary there with the Skyline. It's a 1:15.2 there for the Skyline of Dr. Booker. So we'll just have a short break. But before we do, we'll just have a shout out to a few of our sponsors. We'll start with JSM Carports and Verandas, Key to Beauty, Cub Power, L&H Electrical, MGS Towing, Mount Gambier Sawworks, Motorsport Service Solutions, MSS Safety, MTA, 141, Omega Racing Karts Australia, Perry's All Maintenance, Peter Rogers Auto Repairs, PMD Race Products, Pot and Steel, Rural IT Solutions, SE Fire Extinguishers and Services, S&J Automotive, SA Time Attack, SA Motorsport Tyres, Shannon's Insurance, She's Apples, South Aussie Hotel, South Coast Marine, Southern Gas Services, Southern Star Mechanical, Spray and Colour, Take the Lead, Time Fleet, Tonkins, Top Spot Auto Dismantlers, Total Tools, UHF Chemist, and Vintage, Classic and Sports Car Specialists. So we'll be right back after a short break. Once the cars return down the hill, we'll be back in for some action this morning for round 2 of the Sunday.
Performance tuners and racers trust Bosch technology for their high-performance engines. Precision, reliability and performance. Bosch fuel injectors give you peace of mind, knowing your engine is getting the best fuel delivery. Race after race, year after year. Optimised spray formation for improved combustion, smoother power delivery and better throttle response. Bosch fuel injectors will put you ahead of the competition. Search Bosch Motorsport Australia. There's good, there's better, and then there's Bosch.
It's true, tyres can affect your vehicle's safety and performance. And you're pretty much throwing away money with the wrong tyre choice. Generally, you'll need a new set of tyres about every 40,000 kilometres. But which ones are the right fit for your truck, passenger vehicle or motorbike? The answer is Trident. Their experts will assess your vehicle and driving style, pairing you with the best tyres for safety, efficiency and ride comfort from reputable brands you can trust. Trident Tyre Centres, keeping you safe on the road.
It's fair to say a lot of things have changed since we began back in the 80s, but the foundations of our business remain the same. We were here for you then, and we're still here for you now. Providing quality products, professional service and guaranteed workmanship by qualified technicians. As we continue to grow into the future, you know you can always rely on us.
Trident Tyre Centre keeps me safe on the road.
Bosch Motorsport BR540 high-flow in-tank fuel pump sets a new Bosch standard for quality and performance. With class-leading fuel delivery at high rail pressures, it's ideal for both boosted and non-boosted engines, suitable for most fuels, and compact in size. The BR540 suits high horsepower motorsport applications. Search for Bosch Motorsport Australia or find us at boschmotorsport.com.au. There's good, there's better, and then there's Bosch. Bosch Motorsport, when quality and performance matter.
Hey, Lockie, caught much? Oh, jeez. Light Force HDX driving lights on the ARB Summit Bull Bar. Oh, side protection steps and tow bar, yeah? Did you go for the ARB Frontier 140 litre long range tank? Good one. ARB fridge, got the second battery set up. Nice. Dave and Lockie's fishing trip, brought to you by Trident. Trident Tyre Centres, Mount Gambier, Portland and Narracourt. Keeps you safe on the road.
Okay, we're back underway here at the 2023 Trident Tyre Centre's Legends of the Lake Hillclimb. We see Joseph Scanlon now taking his Holden GTR Tirana to the top of the mountain. Joe now just making his way past the punch bowl there. We're going to one. Now just making his way out of the hairpin there. Pointing it to the top of the track and over the line at a 108.48 there for Joe. As we see the Cameron Langley BMW making its way into the hairpin now. Cameron ran a 103.66 earlier today. We'll see what he's got in store for us this lap. Close to the concrete barrier there on the final corner, and he does a 103.8. As we see the Skoda of Peter Gandolfi now making his way around the hairpin. This one's got a get check sign on the side. It's a prostate cancer awareness. It's just a blood test, so it doesn't hurt to go down and get checked. And Peter stops the clock there at a 101.5 on the Skoda Octavia. Steve Grindstead now making his way into the hairpin in the Holden VL Commodore. Sounds nice when the sync leaves the line down here. Grindstead a little sideways there, exiting the final corner. And he stops the clock there at a 1 minute .11. Chris Ortop now, swinging the little Mini into the hairpin. John Cooper Works Mini this one. So a little hot hatch straight out of the box. And Chris stops the clock there at a 103 flat. As we see Alexandra Robertson now in her Focus ST making its way to the top. Just entering the hairpin now. Gets around there rather smoothly. She ran a 109.58 on her first run today. And this time it's going to stop the clock at a 107 flat, so shaves a couple of seconds off the earlier time. Jared and Robbie now. In the R33 making his way around the hairpin. And Jared ran a 101.4 earlier today. A bit out of his normal time of sub-minute mark. And there we are, returning back to the sub-minute mark of a 58.02 for Jared. Edward Wallace now, in one of our first of the 86s, making his way to the top of the mountain. A bit of a handbrakey there at the hairpin. Edward stops the clock at 105.93. As we see the Mark II Ford Escort, with Peter Harper now making his way into the hairpin. Nicely presented little Escort, this one. Peter's going to stop the clock there at 101.2. As we see the mighty Miata Mazda MX-5 of Wayne Casey now making his way up the hill. Motorcana skills for Wayne there, paying off around the hairpin. Wayne's going to stop the clock there at a time of 105.22, shaving about a second off his first run for the day. So another one of the 86s here, Hayden McMahon, now making his way around the hairpin. Hayden ran a 103.4 earlier today. This time he's beaten it with a 101.70. As we see another 86 now of Edwards making his way into the hairpin. Hayden McMahon at the moment is leading the 86s with a 101.70. What has Everard got for us? He's not going to get there. It's a 106.3 for Everard. As we see the Nathan Pretending Subaru BRZ, essentially the same thing as the 86. The 86 is the same thing as the BRZ. Making his way to the finish line now. He's going to stop the clock this time at a 101.51. So leading the way there between the BRZs and the 86 there is Nathan Crittenden. Mark Lacey now in the little TX3, chucking her into the hairpin. These cars were available with a turbo and all-wheel drive. Mark stops it there at a 106.31. We see the Baby Grand miniature Chevy of Sean Williamson now making his way around the hairpin. This thing just looks like it'd be so much fun to drive. Sean puts it across the line at 55.4. Very good time there for Sean in the Baby Grand. Did a 58.7 at the start of the day, so the 55's quite good. Parker in the Chimera Sports 1972 car John built himself all the way back then. John ran a 106.81 earlier today. This time he's getting over the line in a 104.38 for John, as the Suzuki Swift Sport of Andrew Mills now makes its way to the top of the hill. Andrew gets around the hairpin there rather quickly. Andrew ran a 108.9 earlier today. This time he's done a 107.37. As we see the RX-8 of Bailey Munro now making its way around the hairpin. Rotary powered car here. Did a 105.2 earlier. This time he's done a 103.2, so exactly 2 seconds off his first run of the day. That's the big, should I say little 1200 blue mean machine of Jeff Varden makes his way around the hairpin. Serious bit of gear, this little Hillclimb Datsun of his. Definitely a very competitive car. He ran a 56.7 earlier today in it. This time he's a bit behind the pace with a 58.3. So Jeff will be a little bit disappointed in that run. As we see the black 180 SX of Wayne Fitzpatrick now entering the hairpin. Wayne's been coming to Hillclimb now for the last few years in a row. Campaigning that car with Adam DeBassi. Don't know who's got bragging rights at the moment for the end of the weekend, but I'm sure there's a little side bet there or some description there. 57.8 for Wayne, shaving 2 seconds off his previous run. Looking at the Greg Bowden Cortina now. Haven't had a chance to get out into the pit and have a proper look at this car, but I'm pretty certain it's Barra turbo powered. Greg puts it over the line in a 59.6. Taking about 400ths of a second off his previous time. Michael Clare now tips in his Holden Commodore to the hairpin. Another good effort to get the big Commodore around that hairpin so quickly there. It's 58.9 there for Michael. Knocking exactly 1 second off his previous 59.9. Glenn Ladder now in the RX-7 making his way around the hairpin. Glenn ran a 102.8 earlier today. I'm sure there's a few more seconds to be shaved off that in this car, and he's just done that with a 58.99. He's got an issue down here at the start line with the Ben Trelaw Ford Mustang entry. Getting pushed back off the start line. Bit of a shame, such a nice car to look at, that one of Ben Trelaw's. Very well put together Ford Mustang fastback. So just going to bring the next car to the start line instead, since Ben can't get there. Looks like we've got Andrew Campbell down on the start line in the S14 Nissan. Andrew ran a 55.2 earlier today. Very respectable time there. Just been joined in commentary by...
Morning, Sam.
Good morning, Naomi. How are you?
Good.
It's
what a
good to
great
have you
morning.
back in here.
Thank you very much.
It's all right. Been a rather good morning here at Legends.
It's been beautiful.
So we're just looking now at Andrew Campbell making his climb to the top of the mountain. Definitely got some good speed on this car. Nearly, it sounded like we got shot down here in the commentary box while the Lancer leaving the line. Great drone footage there. Thanks to Rural IT Solutions. The overhead is making us feel like we're at Bathurst here.
It's very good footage. We're very blessed.
We are. And Andrew's done a 54.35. Braden Baustow in the shotgun Lancer making his way around the hairpin.
I don't think you could ever get used to that sound.
No, it's not the most pleasant. It's a 58.92 there.
Got a good Shannon's display across the road down here. Down here, if you're going to catch the bus down and have a look, Shannon's are putting a great display on with some vintage cars.
Yeah, some real nice cars there to go have a look at. As we see the Matt Frith Sylvia now making its way to the finish line. Matt Frith stops the clock there at a 56.45. Murray Height now in the Corona making its way around the hairpin.
The not so Corona.
That's right, SR20 powered machine.
Just for the crowds that don't know, where does an SR20 come from?
Oh, some form of Nissan.
Little Pulsar, Sylvias, yeah. Anything.
Yeah, there's a fair few options there. 101.75 for Murray. As Damien Malzani in the RX-7 makes his way out of the hairpin. He's at the pointy end of competition this weekend, Damien, so he'll be trying to get any bit of time off he can. 55.9, he'll be happy with that one. Patrick Hughes now making his way into the hairpin in the Nissan Sylvia, one of the cars that those SR20s come in. I think they also had a CA18 in these as well. A 105.64 there for Paddy.
Got the monster of Argoon heading up the hill now.
Yeah, he'll be looking to make a bit of time up from his previous run. Had a bit of problems here leaving the hairpin earlier today. Still a little bit slow on exit too.
It's quite daunting going into that hairpin.
Oh, for sure.
You think you've got plenty of room, but you actually don't have a lot of room.
No, it's quite tight down there at the end when you turn it around. 1 minute 0.9 for Mick. He'll still be probably a little bit disappointed in that because I've seen Mick get that in well below the 59 mark there. As Steve Goss now makes his way into the hairpin in the Clubman Puma. You drove any of these Clubmans before, Naomi?
I have actually. I've been blessed to drive a Clubman down at Mallala in Adelaide.
Yeah, they look like they'd be good fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And they certainly have to have large biceps. Yeah, and good triceps, because they are heavy.
They look very surprising.
Hardly any power steering.
You are the power steering.
They are heavy.
A 108.77 for Steve. You are the power steering.
They are heavy.
A 108.77 for Steve. Down at the LBC shopping trolley. 108.77 for Steve. Down at the LBC shopping trolley. 108.77 for Steve.
He doesn't like to talk about that.
No. 109.7 there for Michael Nixon in the Daihatsu. Nick Strickson now on screen in the R35, another one of the cars that you've been in.
Yeah, many Targas have been won in that Targa for that, so that's good. R35s are just the most amazing car.
Yeah, so amazing. Lots
Yeah.
of technology and just a well put together machine there. 53.37 there for the GTR. I think we're looking at Dale Tucker now. 200 SX.
It's a very neat little car, this one.
Yes, done a good job putting this one together. Dale does a 56.74.
Yeah, so Mike Holland heading around the bus now with, the hairpin now with nice Porsche. I've been in many Porsches in my time. They definitely drive themselves. Mike and Deanna, I actually taught how to co-drive back in the years.
Oh,
And they're doing their Targas, yeah.
You've
Go back a long time.
definitely been in your fair share of nice cars there. Lucky.
Very lucky. Skilled.
That's it. It is skill. Otherwise, I wouldn't have you in there.
That's right.
101.3 for the Porsche of Mike Holland.
He's doing all right this weekend.
Yes. Now looking at the drone footage of the Subaru of Patrick Hitchcock now making its way into the hairpin.
We're going to have a few speakers come in to interview soon. We've got Jack Monkhouse is going to come over and have a chat to us, which will be good.
Will be good.
And then we've got hopefully the Bosch boys are going to come and just have a little chat to us.
Yeah, that'd be good. They can explain a bit more of their racing technologies they've got. There's a 57.36 there for Patrick Hitchcock in the Impreza. Stops the clock there at 54.68.
What would be the average age of our drivers, would you think? I worked it out last night, so if you get it right, yeah, you get bingo.
Well, we do have a fair few young guys here, but then we've got a fair few of the older dudes as well, so I'm going to say around 50.
The average is 50?
Yeah.
You think?
What is it?
No, you're pretty close. It's 46.
Not bad guess.
Yeah,
Yep.
good guess.
Brenton Byfield there stops the clock in a time of... Unfortunately, I can't tell you. It's not coming up on my timing board.
On the screen here, you'll see Dan Day doing his morning run. He's the current leader of the competition.
Going to be a very hard man to catch, to be honest. What's he got in 50.26.
That's all right. The track's a little bit cold than yesterday, so that would make a difference.
Probably still nearly a winning time, that 50.26.
There's nothing to sneeze at.
Peter Holst now. And the Volkswagen Golf R. Another one out of the box race sort of hot hatches.
Absolutely.
58.21 there for Peter Holst. Wayne Brewer now making his way around the hairpin in the WRX. Wayne sends it over the line, stops the clock at a 104.46.
The female driver Tanya Lankate going uphill now. She does a lot of hill climbs. Very successful in her time.
You would have competed against Tanya, wouldn't you?
Yeah. She's a very well developed car. She's worked on it as hard as she can. With mechanical knowledges. All the people in the field help, which is really good. Camaraderie is amazing.
It is a good thing about motorsport. Everyone wants to see their competitors back out there and always happy to help each other. She does it 1 minute 46.7 there.
Just for instance, Friday we had a clutch problem in our Subaru, and we had one of the Adelaide drivers coming up on the Saturday, and he brought it up for us from Adelaide, so we could compete on Saturday.
Make you have a long night, Friday night, working hard, getting it all sorted.
Yep.
But that's the commitment.
That's a commitment to motorsport, absolutely, and the camaraderie for competitors, helping other competitors. That's a good in there. Nice for the crowds.
That's Andy
Sarandis.
We're looking at. David Harris did stop the clock at 56.7 just prior. And now look, Andy Sarandis does 54.44.
Yeah, Andy's a very good race car driver, but he also is a very good navigator, or co-driver as we call it.
We're looking at Friday's outright. Douglas Johnson now on screen. This weekend.
It's a ready-made Subaru. You can buy that out of the box, can you?
Don't think that one you can. Big cannon hanging out the back. 52.81 there from Douglas.
Got our favourite one on the list right now. Oh yeah, look at that.
So smooth.
Hey. If you're watching the live stream, we've got our Rural IT Solutions drone. It's an amazing footage. It's almost like being at Bathurst. You're right.
It is, yeah. Feels like with a helicopter going up the hill. Damien does a 52.60. Very nice time there for Damien.
Mackerel here. Mackerel's one of the favourites that comes to most of the hill climbs. I think he did really well at Mount Alma this year. I haven't seen him since, but it's a little bit slower than his usual this time.
Yep. Definitely a pretty well put together machine here that Kevin's built. He is definitely one of the crowd favourites here though.
Or just with the boys with the number plate being Viagra.
Yep. The purple pill, they say.
The purple pill.
Kevin now just making his way into the hairpin. It's rather large car to get around the hairpin, this thing of mackerels. All that aero on it. Does a 51.4. He'll be happy with that. Shaved a few seconds off yesterday.
Yeah, good timing on the track warmth.
Yep, very good timing. I reckon, yeah, this next hour or so is going to be optimal time for today.
Yeah. What's our humidity rating down here today?
I haven't had a look. I'll have a look right now.
It makes a big difference for our aspirated cars. And our turbo vehicles.
We've got a maximum of 18 today. No chance of rain, you might as well say. And let's see, any rain.
I think this footage is from Rural IT Solutions. Thanks to Bosch for the extra cameras and what their support they've put in.
It's made a great difference to our coverage this year.
It's almost like an Isle of Man, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Loving it as we see Corey Brand there making his way to the hairpin.
Now there's a lot of brands here.
Yes, indeed. Whole family affair.
Whole family affair up here.
Which is good. But they're not really that old, but the older guys of the group with the young boys racing as well.
Yeah, I remember them mostly in nappies, so I've been around a while.
105.08 there for Corey. Currently sitting at 16.1 degrees here in the mount. Not seeing anywhere about the humidity, unfortunately. Steve Pauley in the little mini there does 103.48. It's good to see Cohen Hamilton there making his way around the hairpin. Bruce was driving the car earlier today and hit a tyre bundle, and we were a bit worried that it might not have came back out. Carl was busting some pretty good times yesterday in that car, and today no different, a 59.2.
So we're sitting at about 51% humidity.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's quite a lot. Curly hair, it's terrible.
All frizzy.
Frizzy hair. You know, how cute was your kid last night? He's 4 months now.
Yeah.
Look at you breeding some more race bugs.
That's right. Hey, here's a cutie. 101.5 for Darren Schumacher.
Just proves the family comes out. Look at it. No?
That's it. Cruz Frost now in Sylvia making his way around the hairpin.
Certainly got to learn this car over the weekend. First time to drive it.
Yeah, he's been knocking a couple of seconds off every run, so definitely getting the feel for it now. Oh, this time he's done a 59.6. Going to be very impressed with that.
Yeah, that's nothing frosty about that.
He did a 103.81 at the start of the day, so there's 4 seconds nearly there.
Looks like Dad's happy over there. Well done, Jay. You bred them big and strong, didn't you?
As we see Nathan Ackley now taking his Commodore to the finish line, the SS. Stops the clock at a 104.82. Should be Graham Fenton now on track in the 180SX. Graham ran a 103.3 earlier today.
180 is definitely with the 90s cars to have, weren't they?
Yeah, they were very popular back then.
I remember now, I think they're the best ones to steal. Yeah, if you've got one in the garage, keep it in the garage.
Keep it in the garage?
Yeah, it'll be worth something one day.
Definitely. Yeah, there was a little while there they weren't worth much, and which is a surprise because they've always been a great looking car, really.
Bit of a sleeper, I believe.
Must be getting close for the bus return. We're not too far off the end of this break, so if you do need to make your way to the top or bottom, head to the bus stop now. So we're just watching Justin Devlin now make his way across the line at a 106.38. Chasing Mark Slater now up the mountain in the Subaru Impreza. Mark Slater's going to take the Subaru across the line and stop the clock there at a 104.1. Sandra Brunham now on screen.
Heard a conversation just before about our tyres. She had a little bit of a woo over the first turn.
Okay.
Yeah. She certainly knows where her limit is now on a cold track.
108.7 there. That would probably explain a bit slower time this morning of a 128.
Absolutely. That's called reality.
David Byam now in the 318 BMW. David Byam now stopping the clock there at a 113.6. Looking at Lucas Byam now making his way around the hairpin. Also campaigning the BMW 318i. Lucas is going to take the Beamer across the line at a 120.26.
Mark Povey heading up the hill now. The Subaru this year. Not his usual Datsun on two wheels, but I'm sure it'll give a crack.
Definitely. No slouch mark here. Sharing this car with Lachlan Tillett this weekend. 57.01 there for Mark. Not a bad time at all. Who's got bragging rights there at the moment?
Well, Mark's winning.
He is winning.
He's got a 56, so Lachlan's getting there.
Getting there. To catch up on.
He did a little bit like Sandra, but last night scared himself on the last run.
Easily done.
Yep.
Trying to get that extra bit of the time. It's easy to make mistakes as well.
Cold track, cold tyres. Whoops. Sorry, Mum.
Flat 102 there for Tristan Crowe. As we see the Simon Fuel entry now making its way around the hairpin.
He's done well all weekend, very consistent. Pushes that Subaru to its limits.
Yeah.
Obviously knows the car very well.
Yeah, he's built this car rather good. Someone has said it is for sale. Was that Trent Brand running that car? Must be. Well, there you go. A 10. I know. It's
I think the timers are having fun with him.
Was in Trent Brand's position though. No, it was Reece Molden. 101.3 because Reece has been sharing that car this weekend. Looking at Peter Locke now just crossing the line at a 106. Trent Brand now making his way around the hairpin in the Lancia. Oh, sideways leaving the hairpin. Crowd showing up there for a while. Does a 103.92.
Got a promotional ride heading up the hill now with Jack Monkhouse. We've got Cole Trickle in the co-driver's seat.
Yep, Cole Trickle. As we look at Anthony Norris now in the Silver S15, making his way to the top of the hill. He's going to stop the clock at 54.6, a bit better than his first time of the day. But yeah, we're looking at Monkhouse now. He's going to come in and have a bit of a chat with us later on today.
Yeah, he certainly will. He'll value knowledge. He's going to talk about safety most of all and roll cages for us. Oh, nice slide, Jack. That's a crowd pleaser.
He is. Showing Cole Trickle a few lessons.
That's exactly why he's in the car. Let's see how real car races.
58 flat there.
He'll be happy with that. Still 80%.
That's it.
Oh, the doctor's just putting it on for the crowd up the top there.
Performance tuners and racers trust Bosch technology for their high-performance engines. Precision, reliability and performance. Bosch fuel injectors give you peace of mind, knowing your engine is getting the best fuel delivery. Race after race, year after year. Optimised spray formation for improved combustion, smoother power delivery and better throttle response. Bosch fuel injectors will put you ahead of the competition. Search Bosch Motorsport Australia. There's good, there's better, and then there's Bosch.
Oh, he's messy too. You know you poor
Hey, Lockie, caught much? Oh, jeez. Light Force HDX driving lights on the ARB Summit Bull Bar. Oh, side protection steps and tow bar, yeah? Did you go for the ARB Frontier 140 litre long range tank? Good one. ARB fridge, got the second battery set up. Nice. Dave and Lockie's fishing trip, brought to you by Trident. Trident Tyre Centres, Mount Gambier, Portland and Narracourt. Keeps you safe on the road.
Looks like Mum's been shopping. Mars 19-inch mesh wheels. That's a bold choice. To go with the new Bridgestone Potenza tyres. Did she upgrade the suspension? Was it Peta Sports suspension or extreme coilover, I wonder? And no doubt got the full safety check and mechanical service too. So cool. Miller's School Pickup, brought to you by Trident. Trident Tyre Centres, Mount Gambier, Portland and Narracourt. Keeps you safe on the road.
The Bosch Motorsport BR540 high-flow in-tank fuel pump sets a new Bosch standard for quality and performance. With class-leading fuel delivery at high rail pressures, it's ideal for both boosted and non-boosted engines, suitable for most fuels, and compact in size. The BR540 suits high-horsepower motorsport applications. Search for Bosch Motorsport Australia or find us at boschmotorsport.com.au. There's good, there's better, and then there's Bosch. Bosch Motorsport, when quality and performance matter.
drive adventure awaits at Mount Gambier Off-Road Centre. Accessories, protection and recovery equipment. We've brought together the very best in four-wheel drive, the big brands, the trusted names, including the complete ARB range. Everything's been chosen for its quality, reliability and practicality. We help you get kitted out with all the gear you could possibly need, and we expertly fit it here too. Go on! Mount Gambier Off-Road Centre, 308 Commercial Street West.
So we're back under action here at the 2023 Trident Tyre Centre's Legend of the Lakes, as Ben Trelaw now makes his way to the top of the mountain in his 1965 Mustang. Pointing the Mustang to the finish line. He's going to stop the clock there at a 1:12.40. As Norman Goodall now makes his way to the top in the 911.
He's just going to go around in circles there. Can't get rid of the cone, I don't think. That's a classic.
Yeah,
he's been so good all weekend. That's the first time he's gone a little bit hot into that corner. He's trying for his best time, I think.
Definitely, indeed. He's done a 1:01.58 earlier today, but his time is going to get a DNF. Yeah, we've just had the Gosson MR2 take off at the return track. I'm not sure if he was red flagged in time and going to go back for a rerun. But yeah, Norman Goodall won't get a time that time. He'll have a DNF.
That's okay. That man has got so many accolades in his whole life. You know, he was an pilot,
Oh, wow.
veteran pilot.
Oh, yep.
We're talking about the fast jets, not talking about the slow biplanes.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, he's a very smart man.
That's good stuff from Norman there.
He led our remembrance speech yesterday, the ode, which was lovely
It was, indeed.
and well deserved. Thank you, Norm.
Yep, very much appreciated. And good having you here every year, returning to Legends.
You know, he bought a new race suit this time.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and the highlight of it, the package included some shoes, and those shoes have got martini stripes on them.
Yep, so it matches his car.
It's great.
You'll like that.
Yeah.
So now I'm just presuming they're putting the hairpin back together. We've had Russell Gallagher just leave the line down here in the Toyota Celica.
Let's have a quick talk about the Volvo on the line, if we don't mind. This is Greenie. We call him Greenie.
Yep.
Does a lot of good selfie stick media on Facebook. He's a funny guy. Absolutely funny. He usually runs a Skyline, but he's...
Yeah, is that the Iron Chef?
Yeah, the Iron Chef Skyline.
I
But he's gone for Dad's Volvo this year. And it's automatic, people.
Interesting choice of race cars.
And it's showing on the second-hand tyres.
Yep.
He's having a great time, though.
He's having a bit of fun.
That's all that happens.
And that's all we are here for. There's Russell Gallagher now taking the Celica across the line and stopping the clock at 1:13.75. So Nathan Green ran a 1:07.13 last time.
There's nothing to sneeze about this Volvo, is there? Like, look at that. That's a rocket. Almost like a boat, but he's having a great time. Oh, a little bit of smoke out the side. Look at
He's
that.
wearing a hat now.
Look at that tyre smoke, people. Front wheels.
Single peg. 1:06.23 there for the Volvo.
That's not too bad.
Tyre smoke.
Might give it back to Dad tomorrow.
And Peter Rogers just lifts that inner left wheel into the hairpin.
That's commitment.
Nice little 1600 Datsun here. Pretty well presented vehicle, this one.
Yeah, they're getting rare as hen's teeth, aren't they?
Yeah, starting to fetch some big dollars now too.
Yeah. Got one in the shed, keep it.
Yeah, that's right. There's a bloke here, I know, there's got about 20 of them in the shed.
Must be a barn find.
Yeah. Mr. Dado, they call him, or Dr. Dado. Chris Clayson now in the white Magna.
Now, they're nothing to be sneezed out. We've got a champion rally driver, Guy Tyler. He runs a Magna like that.
Yeah.
Does a great job.
Yeah, quite impressive little car, really. They got the V6 in them, and I think they were just a bit underrated because at the time when no one knew, you had the Commodores and Falcons, and everyone seemed like rear-wheel drive cars.
Absolutely. As you know, on dirt, if you point and squirt, you'll get there.
That's right.
In fact,
drives are probably better around the dirt.
the person that we know most about dirt would be Jack Monkhouse.
Well, yeah, Jack's going to have a chat with us. I'll let him chat with you, Naomi, because you've
thanks.
probably got the most information to talk about.
G'day, Jack. How you doing?
Naomi, yeah, doing great.
That's great. Jack, you have a wealth of knowledge of cars, racing. You've been in all types of motorsport. Where did it all start for you?
It actually, for me, started just down the road here at Millicent in the Pines Enduro with my father. He did a bit of off-road, so as a as a young teenager or even early days, used to come to that event with him, and then started navigating for him, and did my first driving event at Millicent in the Pines Enduro, and decided I like gravel roads more than the forestry off-road stuff, and here we are.
So, in a car commitment, you've had many cars in your time. The Datsun you're running here, tell us the story about that.
So I actually bought that when I was 18 years old, so that was probably 23 years ago, and went to the Commonwealth Bank and borrowed a bit of money, and it was already a pre-prepared rally car, very basic compared to its current trim, but that was all I needed back then, and ran the state championship in that car for a couple of years, and as I progressed, I kept the car, much to most people's disappointment. They wanted it sold. So I persisted with the car and left it parked while I chased the rally dream with a four-wheel drive turbo in the Australian Championship. And I guess as those cars progressed and got sold and moved on, the Datsun was always there in the back of the shed, ready to go.
Well, it's very nice and neat. I employ you for that one. Tell us about times in early rallying for you, commitment-wise for your working. Tell someone of the people that are starting out in motorsport how hard it actually was for you.
Yeah, it is incredibly difficult, Naomi. The time away, I guess, and the after hours you need to spend preparing, maintenance on the car, nut and bolt checks, tyres, wheels, all that sort of thing. I was an apprentice at the time, so the toolmaker is my trade, but I wasn't earning a huge amount of money, so yeah, it's always a tricky thing. I was lucky I had some generous support from my parents and good friends to come along to events voluntary and swing spanners in the car, because the cars always need love during a rally, and luckily I'd bought a very reliable package, so that 180B actually finished every single rally up until 2010.
Now earlier today you were talking about the safety of rally cars, safety about putting a car on a track. Tell us about the safety of your vehicle.
Yeah, so back in 2014 I actually had quite a huge accident in my previous car, a Nissan S15, and very lucky to be here talking to you and my co-driver Darren, who's actually competing in a Subaru today. So that car was built very safe. Bond Roll Bars in Sydney built the most amazing roll cage you've ever seen, and that definitely saved our life. And that car sadly was burnt to the ground, and some crowdfunding happened, which was amazing, in a Bring Jack Back program they called it, and that enabled me to then bring the Datsun to current spec. Obviously it's been a rally car since the early 90s, so it was very basic in roll cage, so we basically cut the old roll cage out. Bond Roll Bars in Sydney again put a brand new, very comprehensive cage in the car. And I think that's the most important part of the car, along with the Velo seats, which are made in Adelaide. They have like a support around the side for your head, so if you have a side impact, the seats will retain your head from a bad neck injury. And so basically the focus of the rebuild on the old Datsun was to make it very, very safe, and then we try to make it fast.
Now, you're one of the most professional drivers that we know, and you've done a lot with the Hilux Heroes, which are now D-Maxes, I believe. Tell us about that journey. Yeah,
so that was... I remember going to the Adelaide show as a teenager and kids, and watching the precision driving team and various manufacturers in Holdens or Hyundais and a bit of everything, and I thought I'd love to do that one day. And a bit of a quiet period with the rallying due to lack of funds on my behalf, I did a bit of drifting. So basically, sliding the car around on tarmac, great fun, but quite competitive. And I had a good sponsorship for that. And in that process, I was introduced to some business owners, and they own the driving team. So they were bringing it back after a couple of years of new management and quiet times. So I come back as the Hilux Heroes. They asked if I wanted to move to Sydney and join the team. I said, no, I don't want to move to Sydney. I'm an Adelaide boy. I want to stay here. And can I run with the team in Adelaide? And that was sadly shut down, so I made the decision to put the big boy pants on and move away from home into another state. And worked with them for 11 years. So I basically did everything in the team. I drove the semi-trailer. I was a lead driver in the team, so my job was to memorise the routine. And all our cars were mic'd up with helmets and intercoms, and I called the routine, 3 cars spinning, 3, 2, 1, blah, 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 and choreographed the show on the run. So if a car had a spin or something happened, I could work out a 2-car show, 3-car show, whatever. I drove the car on 2 wheels, and I also had to do the ramp-to-ramp jump. So I was a very busy boy for that 15-minute performance. But